These people that think if you want to stop somebody from murdering somebody, that you're somehow against liberty, they really annoy me to no end. And it really shows they have no true understanding of the real meaning of liberty. Yes, liberty is the state of being able to do whatever you please. But when you begin to act with individuals, with other individuals within society, there become competing interests where one person's liberty, two people's liberty cannot exist at the same time. And so where do you draw the line? Liberty is not for somebody to be able to go and do whatever they please. Absolutely. If somebody murders somebody, a true libertarian will not say that's okay, because a true libertarian believes in individual rights. And in that situation, there are two people involved. And so it's easy to see that one person's rights in that equation have been extremely violated. Libertarians are not for liberty at all costs. You say, oh, well, if you're against pedophilia, well, you're not a true libertarian, because you want to limit that person's ability to go out and have sex with children. But yes, I am a true libertarian if I believe in limiting pedophilia, because pedophilia involves the violation of somebody's rights, somebody's liberty, the liberty of that child to go about his life without experiencing violence from predators he's unable to defend himself against. So to say that a true libertarian is against all laws and wants to open up all prisons is utter nonsense. You can look for a video on here by Milton Friedman that starts off with what is libertarianism. And he says, libertarians believe in the smallest, least intrusive government that is consistent with maximum freedom of individuals to do as they please according to their own ways and values, so long as they do not infringe upon the rights of others to do the same. A person with a good concept of liberty, a true concept of liberty, realizes that no, you cannot be absolutely free to do harmful things, but at the same time you're not free to do even the pleasurable things in life if you have no protection from those that would harm you. And that's why libertarians believe in a government whose sole purpose is to secure rights. Those rights being in your person and in your property. The Declaration of Independence puts it like this: we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Everybody knows that part. But listen to this next part. It says that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men. So the very purpose of instituting a government is to secure the rights of life, liberty, and happiness, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it. and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to effect their safety and happiness. Okay, so governments are instituted to secure rights. It is utter nonsense and a total perversion of the concept of liberty to say that total liberty somehow includes the right to murder somebody or to rape somebody. Because, of course, there are two people involved in the equation. It's the maximum liberty possible without infringing upon somebody else's rights to have that same liberty. And so, in a sense, someone may be right that there is never 100% freedom, but there's the maximum freedom possible for all members of the society. Now, when it comes to Christianity or anything like that, there's no violation of freedom unless people try to force that on somebody else, and I'm well aware that many religions do try to do that. But in my vision of Christianity, and in my religion, in my church, it's a very individual thing. No, we don't believe gays should marry. But in our vision of Christianity, this is something that God has set forth for us so that we might prosper. And if somebody else doesn't believe it, they're under no obligation to follow the same rules as me. So, if Christianity does have rules and regulations, I think that's a backwards way of looking at it. We believe it is a guideline, a set of positive suggestions by which to live a prosperous life. And true Christianity would never force that on anybody else. I'm well aware that people in the name of Christianity try to do that. But true Christianity, it doesn't force. Christ himself and God the Creator himself gave men free will. And so why should we as humans be any different towards our fellow man? Christianity, even if you want to say it is full of laws and rules and regulations. People subscribe to that belief system voluntarily. So if you voluntarily wish to live your life according to a certain set of rules, that's no infringement upon liberty. That's you making a free choice to subject your will to something else. So Christianity is totally compatible with liberty and libertarianism, as long as you don't try to force it on somebody else. But you can never have true liberty if you allow other people's liberties to be trampled on. So it's the role of government to secure liberties. Not to take away liberties. And yes, there is a balance. But that balance comes strictly at the point where one man's desires to inflict harm upon another person end when that person is harmed. It's been said that, your right to swing your fist in any direction you please ends where my nose begins. So no, we're not all 100% free in absolute terms, but we are the maximum free that we can be when government does limit the freedom of others, if that freedom would be used to harm us. So this thought system that somehow you're a hypocrite if you say you're for freedom but you don't want people murdering each other, is total and utter nonsense. And it takes really a blind eye to one side of the equation, you know, to make that accusation to someone that says they're for liberty. The problem is when governments go too far.